All right, so as Bitcoin's hell rages on, is there a resurrection ahead? BK's at the plaza to break it all down. Take it away, BK.
I love the timely seasonal references. So let's take a look at Bitcoin first and see where are we in this chart, right? So this is the last year going all the way back to May of last year, and we started to get that real ramp up. Now, blue line is the price of Bitcoin. The orange line is our proprietary fair value that we've come up with, and that's basically based on transactions. So you can see back here, beginning of the year, the blue line was below the orange line. That meant that Bitcoin was undervalued. Up here, when we got to 20,000, blue line above fair value, that meant that Bitcoin is overvalued. So here we are today. This was done a little earlier today. You have the fair value of Bitcoin now about 73.85. My finger pen is not working, but about 73.85. So Bitcoin, when I just walked over here, was around 7,100. So it's slightly undervalued at this point in time. Now, I also want to look at Ethereum as well. This is the dawn. Look at that. All right, some fun music there. Really fantastic stuff. Let's take a look at Ethereum as well. So again, back in May, you had this big undervaluation versus the fair value. Again, orange line is fair value. Back up here in December, you had massive overvaluation. So where are we now? Look at what's going on here. Ethereum, down at the $400 level-ish, is actually the most undervalued of the two big coins. So Ethereum right now trading about 400. Fair value is about $485. Much more upside in this. Now let's go to the next chart where we show technically what this is looking at. I think if I hit this button there, we'll go to the next chart. And maybe the next chart won't happen, or if I hit clear. Oh, there we go. All right. So now look at this. This goes all the way back to April, May of last year. That's $400. Remember, it was resistance, resistance, resistance. We had that big run up. What happens when resistance is broken? It becomes support. So here we are right back at that level again. I've got technical support. I've got an undervalued asset. If there's a crypto I want to buy, it's this right here, and I did so today.
Okay, so Brian, you like to do this by
So personally, I at first was buying much more Ethereum. If you've been going through the channel, I was very bullish on Ethereum, especially how bad it was being crushed. But I'm not going to lie, now that both currencies have been hitting and Bitcoin dominance has been going up, I've started to now scale in my Bitcoin buys. My price target to start buying Bitcoin was under 7,000 basically, and that's hit. As of now, Bitcoin is under 7,000, so I will now be making purchases of Bitcoin, and I probably, because I've already made such large Ethereum purchases, and I will continue to buy Ethereum, but for me personally, I will now start to buy more Bitcoin. My opinion is 50-50. You can never go wrong. I'm not buying any other coins. I have completely stopped. I have bought a little bit of Bitcoin Cash, but at really low prices and less than $500 worth. So for me, that's a small amount. That's pretty much it. What I'm doing. It's interesting that they're trying to compare what the best value is. Instead of trying to figure it out, in my opinion, it's just go 50-50. If you really like one coin, maybe go 66, 33%. But to just put all your money in one asset, my opinion, I don't think it's a good idea. So for me, I'm going to go probably 50-50. But if this slaughtering and market cap continues to go down under 200 billion, I will probably buy a little more Bitcoin, maybe go 60-40. And that's what I was doing until Bitcoin went under 7,000. I was probably buying, my position of Ethereum was becoming very, very close to what Bitcoin was. So let me know what you guys think. One other recommendation I highly make is I obviously have the Coinbase sign up, and that's great. You can get $100 or $10 free on Coinbase. But I recommend using Robinhood, especially now it's in 50 states in the US. Not sure for my international audience if that works for you guys, but you get a free stock if you sign up, and there's no fees, which I highly recommend, especially if you're doing small amounts. If you're going to buy $20, $30 of Bitcoin, do not waste your money on Coinbase. Go on Robinhood. Now, if you're making larger orders and you have a GDAX account, that's where I'm still making most of my purchases, but I've been using Robinhood, but my personal opinion, just the way Robinhood works, and it's because it's on my phone, I'm still doing the big boy orders on GDAX, but try it out. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys soon.